I'm David Tao, and welcome again to the Theories of Everything program on channel. Viewers, this is the third program in our new series, Theories of Existence, the Big Questions. In our first program we examined the hierarchy of big questions. These theories come in a sort of hierarchical form. First of all, you can consider theories of the universe, which are how the universe started, how it ends, how it evolves, and the shape of the universe, perhaps, the nature of space-time. That's at the bottom level. Going up a cog, we look at the theories of matter and forces that shape everything around us, and us included, that shape all atoms and molecules, the components, the quarks, the electrons, the neutrinos. And the latest theories that go beneath that towards theories of information and theories of space-time in general. These are often called the theories of everything, those that relate specifically to matter and forces. However, we can see that, as mentioned in our first program, that those theories constitute just a small fraction of the theory of everything, if it does exist in fact. So beyond space-time, beyond matter and forces, the next big questions that we'll be examining in this series are theories of life. How did life start? How was it created? Is it generic throughout the universe? How does life evolve? How do we expect the future of life to pan out? All aspects of how life formed and how it's likely to end. The next step in the hierarchy, if you like, is theories of mind. How we interpret reality. What is the nature of consciousness? How did it begin? What will happen when we perhaps form a global mind, when minds come together, as they're starting to do through the internet? So from space-time theories to matter theories, to life theories, to mind theories, and then theories of civilization we'll be examining in this series. How civilizations began, why they end, the nature of social structures. And of course the big questions of, are we heading for a utopia or an Armageddon? Are we likely to eliminate wars and poverty in the future, or will they just become endemic and engulf us? And will that be the end of civilization? And the final level of the hierarchy are theories of metaphysics, if you like, beyond current physics, beyond current matter and space-time. They're theories of the meaning of life, purpose of life, whether there's a God or not, and do we have free will? All those existential type theories that most of the major philosophers have developed and worked on over time. In our second program, we took the bit between our teeth, and we took on one of the hard questions: are we currently living in a simulation? Are we the plaything of some other entity, or the creation of some other entity? And this might seem a fairly abstruse and sort of flimsy theory to be examining, but it's come into prominence lately, not only with films such as The Matrix, but with, again, our greater understanding of how science is evolving. Because as we looked at this question, we uncovered a lot of other aspects of that hierarchy. We had to delve into the nature of space-time. We had to delve into the future of life. Because humans, as we found in that program, in that second program, are already creating their own artificial realities, their own simulations, in the form of games and movies and scientific simulations. And being able to create virtual humans and virtual realities, and we're not doing too badly after 10,000 years. That was our first big question, if you like. Now, the answer, by the way, for those who missed that program, was that quite possibly we are in a simulation. We are living in a simulation because beings or entities in the far future, one reason is they will want to continue living in a universe, or surviving. Survival is the greatest incentive for doing anything, in fact. Understanding. Greater understanding, greater knowledge leads to greater odds of survival. In the far future, this universe will end. If life is still around in some form, what will they do? Well, they'll either create another universe and create another us, or both. Another universe in which forms life such as us can evolve afresh. So we're going to extend this topic in today's, trajectory in today's program. We're going to look at the future of life in our third program. Now viewers, it may seem rather presumptuous or hubristic to examine the question of the future of life at all. But on the other hand, what's the alternative? Do we not think about our future, the far future? Are we locked constantly in the near present? Are we constantly just looking a few years ahead, or perhaps at the most a few decades or a century ahead? Because again, the future guides our present. Our lives, if you like, as all past philosophers knew, create themselves from the future. We are constantly in the mode of planning. We're planning our careers, we're planning our work, we're planning our families, we're planning for the future. And that guides our present. So why not look a long, long way ahead and see if we can come up with something? And it may seem not only hubristic, but extremely difficult to do. But in fact, we've got some very powerful tools that will help us achieve this. And by the way, many scientists, many philosophers are working constantly in this area. There's a number of books that have hit the market recently, and they all look at the future of life. Biological life. We'll be going a little further. We'll be looking at the life forms that may have created us in a simulation, or have the potential to anyway. So we'll be going a long way ahead. But I think that's exciting, and again we have some guidance. First of all, we have 15 billion years of guidance since this universe came into existence. About 4.5 billion years since this Earth came into existence, and there's massive evidence and massive proof that this is now the case. Certainly 500 million years since animals came into existence in very small forms, and early humans split from primates probably around 6 million years ago, and we in our present form, or largely our present form, have been around for about 150,000 years, modern Homo sapiens. And if you look through that trajectory, you will find that overall, despite the dead ends, discontinuities, there's been an overall increase in complexity over time. So we have a couple of major evolutionary guidelines here. One is there appears to be an increase in complexity of form and function over time. We, for example, are a lot more complex than bacteria. Horses, dogs, cats are a lot more complex than bacteria. We have much more complex capacities to make decisions and think and build cities and build civilizations than dogs and cats. And we do well when compared with primates, our nearest relatives. So looking at that, we see there seems to be an ongoing trajectory. And in fact there is, because there's now a crucial theory in this whole projection of our future relates to the competing theories of convergence and contingency.